Welcome to our exploration of Falun Gong, a spiritual practice that has gained both popularity and notoriety since its introduction in China in the early 1990s. Also known as Falun Dafa, this practice combines elements of meditation, exercise, and moral philosophy rooted in ancient Chinese traditions. Today we will delve into the history of Falun Gong, its core teachings, key figures, and the controversies surrounding its practice. Falun Gong was founded by Li Hongji in 1992 in Changchun, China. Li, who had studied various forms of traditional Chinese Qigong, began teaching this practice as a means to cultivate both the body and the mind. The term Falun Gong translates to practice of the wheel of law, which symbolizes the teachings and principles that guide practitioners towards spiritual enlightenment. Li's teachings emphasize the cultivation of truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance, principles that form the foundation of Falun Gong. Through a series of slow-moving exercises and meditation, practitioners aim to improve their physical health and attain a higher spiritual level. The initial response to Falun Gong was overwhelmingly positive, as practitioners reported significant improvements in their physical and mental well-being. As interest in Qigong practices grew in China during the 1980s and 1990s, Falun Gong quickly gained popularity. By the mid-1990s, it was estimated that there were millions of practitioners in China, with many people flocking to Li Hongji's teachings and public exercises. The Chinese government initially supported the practice, recognizing its health benefits and promoting Qigong as a means of enhancing public wellness. However, as Falun Gong's following expanded, tensions began to arise between the movement and the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The party viewed the large, organized following of Falun Gong as a potential threat to its authority, particularly as practitioners began to assert their rights and express dissatisfaction with government policies. The turning point for Falun Gong came in April 1999, when thousands of practitioners gathered peacefully outside the Zhongnanhai government compound in Beijing to demand official recognition of their practice and the release of detained practitioners. This event raised alarm within the CCP, leading to a crackdown on Falun Gong. On July 20, 1999, the Chinese government declared Falun Gong a heretical organization and launched a nationwide campaign to suppress the movement. The crackdown involved widespread arrests, forced labor, and propaganda campaigns aimed at discrediting Falun Gong and its teachings. Practitioners faced harassment, discrimination, and imprisonment, with reports of torture and abuse within detention centers. As the persecution escalated, international human rights organizations and governments began to take notice. Reports of human rights abuses against Falun Gong practitioners prompted widespread condemnation of the Chinese government's actions. Advocacy groups emerged worldwide to raise awareness of the situation, calling for an end to the persecution and the release of imprisoned practitioners. The Chinese government maintained that it was acting to preserve social stability, framing the crackdown as necessary to combat what it characterized as a cult. However, practitioners and their supporters continued to assert that Falun Gong is a peaceful spiritual practice that promotes moral values and personal well-being. Despite the suppression in China, Falun Gong has spread internationally, with practitioners forming communities and organizations in various countries. Events such as Falun Dafa Day and public demonstrations have been held to raise awareness and promote the teachings of Falun Gong. The movement has garnered support from various human rights organizations and political figures who advocate for religious freedom and human rights in China. In addition to its advocacy efforts, Falun Gong has developed a significant presence online, utilizing social media and digital platforms to share its teachings and reach a broader audience. The movement continues to attract new practitioners who often cite the physical and spiritual benefits of the practice. At the core of Falun Gong is the concept of the thetan, which refers to the spiritual essence of an individual. Practitioners believe that thetans are immortal beings who have lived through multiple past lives and will continue to exist beyond the physical body. The goal of Falun Gong is to help individuals realize their true spiritual nature and attain a state of clear, free from the limitations imposed by engrams. Falun Gong's teachings are grounded in the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. These values are central to the moral framework that guides practitioners in their daily lives. The practice also includes a series of gentle exercises and meditation techniques designed to improve physical health and cultivate spiritual awareness. The exercises are composed of 5 sets, which include slow, flowing movements that promote relaxation and energy flow within the body. Practitioners often describe a sense of peace and well-being as they engage in the exercises, which are typically performed in groups or at home. Falun Gong encourages individuals to reflect on their actions and strive for moral improvement, emphasizing the importance of living in harmony with others and the world around them. This focus on personal growth and ethical living is a key aspect of the practice. As we look to the future, Falun Gong continues to navigate the challenges posed by the ongoing persecution in China while fostering a sense of community among practitioners worldwide. The movement remains committed to its core teachings and values, promoting awareness of human rights abuses and advocating for religious freedom. Practitioners emphasize the importance of compassion and understanding in their advocacy efforts, seeking to bridge divides and promote dialogue on issues of human rights and spiritual freedom. The resilience of the movement is evident in its ability to adapt and thrive in diverse cultural contexts. In conclusion, the history of Falun Gong is a complex narrative that reflects the interplay between spirituality, human rights, and social change. From its origins in China to its global presence today, Falun Gong embodies a commitment to personal development, ethical living, and the pursuit of truth. As we reflect on this journey, we recognize the importance of understanding and appreciating the diverse beliefs that shape our world. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the history of Falun Gong, a movement that continues to inspire individuals in their quest for spiritual fulfillment and social justice.